How many times have you loaded up a Commodore 64 disk and were greeted with a list of games with a strange code after it? Sometimes there were even 2 or 3 versions of the same game on the disk, all with different codes. Today on the Breadbox, we're going to decipher what those codes mean and where they came from. In a nutshell, these codes after the game name means the game has been cracked. Probably first we need to explain what cracked is and also what a cracker is. So what's a crack? A crack is the term used when the original game has either been modified or copy protection has been removed by a third party. What is a cracker? Actually, yes, that is a cracker. The third party that would crack a game would be called a cracker. This cracker was an individual or group that have dug deep into the game to work out how to gain extra lives, weapons, invincibility, and all those sort of things. But cracking wasn't always about finding cheats, as we'll see later on. Traditionally, the standard file naming of cracked games was denoted by the game name followed by a plus, 2 pluses or 3 pluses. 1 plus was 1 trainer or 1 cracked feature on this disk. 2 pluses means there's 2 trainers or 2 cracks, and so on. And this wasn't by sheer chance that most crackers used this format. This was a standard, and it was actually initiated by an organisation of crackers that gathered together in 1987 at the Danish Gold Copy Party. It was here they created and agreed on a new international cracking standard. That council included Fairlight, Relax, Danish Gold, Delight Circle, Yeti Factories, Triad, Swedish Cracking Crew, BWB, that's Boys of Our Brains, and 1001 Crew. Do you like the Breadbox Commodore Computer Museum? If you do, you can help support us by using Super Thanks. Over the years, numbers and letters have been added to better describe what has been cracked or trained on that particular game. So let's have a look today at the cracking standard. The first disk we load up is Gigamaze. So this game name is followed by a T, which means translation to or from English, and also a hash, which means instructions have been included as well. The /ANT is the 3-letter abbreviation for the cracker. Sometimes this might be 3 letters surrounded by brackets. So here we have the instructions that we expected to see because it had the hash symbol. I'll just press run stop to get out of this. And now we have the translation option, which was symbolized by the T in the game name. We'll load up another disk, Action Biker. So this one here has got multiple file names under the Action Biker game name. They're not all games, but we'll see what each one means. First we'll load up the hash symbol file. And now, as you might have guessed, this would be instructions. Next we'll load up the up arrow file. This up arrow usually means or symbolizes pictures are included. The /L+T again is the cracker's name. In this case it is Lurid and Tricycle. So after the slash, hacker's name. Beforehand, the cracks or the trainers. So here we go, 2 pictures from Action Biker, so we expected that as well. On this next disk we have Air Rescue. Just to make things a bit more interesting, this one has 2 files. The docs file, which sometimes shows that there's instructions included. Sometimes the hash symbol is not used, rather there might be a separate file, like in this case, which has docs, which means the instructions are included if you load this particular file. The first file here though, for Air Rescue, has a +2, which means there are 2 cracks or 2 trainers included. The /FLT is abbreviation for the cracker, in this case it is Fairlight. The next disc to be loaded is, whoops, I'll just list that again and press run stop. Okay, so this is Alien Storm, and this time we have a +3M. This shows that there are 3 trainers, or 3 cracks, that are included in this version of the game. An M, or a Mega Trainer. A Mega Trainer is an in-game keystroke that activates a feature within the game. Often this will be level skips, which is in the case with Alien Storm. So 3 cracks, 1 is a Mega Trainer. The next disc to load up is Grange Hill. Man, I had loved this TV series in the 1980s, it was awesome. So we have a +3 PDF. So what this is there's 3 trainers included in this version of the game. There's a picture, there's documentation, the PAL and NTSC has been fixed on this version. The second game file, the GH solution /HF, HF of course again is the cracker. This one here is different to the instructions because this actually gives you how to complete the game. The instructions or documentation, so here's the picture. And the 3 trainers. The next disc, FIS2, +6, 100%. Now we notice here there's 3 other files that we can load as well. The second one here on the list is a tour, which you can sit back and watch different scenes from the game. This tour itself actually has 3 trainers that you can utilize within the... If we first load the pic, this is pretty self-explanatory because we know this would be a picture. The docs, of course, are documents. But let's check out the main file and see what these 6 cracks or trainers are. And finally, the 100% shows that this is the only cracked version of the game that works without errors. Next disc, Alcon, +7 HI and FX. 7 trainers, it's got a high score saver, and FX, or F sometimes is used, means that the PAL NTSC has been fixed. Sure enough, we see here 7 trainers or cracks. If you use the trainers though, or the cracks, you can't use the high score saver, but there is an option there. And you see that at the top of the screen that the PAL NTSC has been fixed. So that's a quick rundown on these crackers codes or abbreviations and what they mean. I couldn't find any games that had the W prefix, which means there's a walkthrough involved, but the closest one to that would be of course the FIS2 with the tour. But hopefully this guide has given us a basic idea of what these crackers codes really mean on our floppy disks. The Breadbox has reached a milestone of 4,000 totally awesome subscribers. A huge thank you. So I've decided to do a big celebration when I hit the 5,000 mark with heaps of Commodore giveaways. So watch out for that when they hit the 5,000 mark. It's going to be huge.